Oh, you almost had him.
Good one too.
What's your name? My name's Doug.
I'm Lance.
Lance, glad to meet you. Take the Inyo Craters turn off. The Inyo Craters up in here. You can get an idea how big these ponderosa pines are. That's my hand. Yeah, it looks like it does need to be thinned out. There's quite a few dead trees in here. Not sure if they're from the drought or from yesteryear, but this winter we had a good amount of moisture.
There's Doug. He's interested in these sash piles they've been chopping down.
Oh, take a look at this over here. I think these are dead. Yeah, they're just trying to, looks like they're trying to clear out some of the fire hazard in here. Quite some big ones in there. Yeah, I think Kelly's right about that. I think they're tagging these dead trees and then cutting them down, salvaging the firewood. Kind of cut down on the fuel load for forest fire. See, I think even that one there, I think is dead too. But these are large trees. You can see all the wood that's in here. They've cleared out a lot of it. There's still some to be picked through though. And here's some people right here that are getting right on it. Look at all that wood.
Oh, that's what it's all about right here.
There really are a lot of people up here getting some wood. I don't blame them. Hauling in some firewood for the winter and this clearing out. Oh, there's a lot of dead trees in here. That's why, Kelly.
Yes, definitely.
This must be the trailhead here. It must be pretty close.
Look at all this wood over here at the trailhead. Look at how big these trees are here. Really huge diameters.
These turquoise colored diamonds are for the intermediate level cross-country ski course that they have up here. They actually groom these in the wintertime and it's free.
Yep.
So the cross-country ski trail markers are way up there because right about where she has her hand, that's the snow level. And so then that's what you see in the wintertime. Look at those logs, Kelly.
They're enormous.
Ginormous.
Yes, ginormous.
Now we're right on the edge of the Inyo Crater, and we can see Mammoth in the distance. Got herself a nice pine tree. So Kelly, tell us what we're looking at there.
That over there is
Yeah.
the Mammoth Ski Resort.
That's the ski resort?
Yes,
so
it is.
Those are the slopes right now. They don't have
Yeah,
snow. Okay.
anything that's wide open
Right.
is a run.
Is a run, ski run.
Right, is a ski run.
So that's Mammoth Mountain right there.
That's it, Mammoth Mountain.
Neat. And it still has a little snow on here. You know, it's late summer.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite an edge. I don't want to get too close to that. She's like, please don't. That big butte formation has got some snow on it still. We're going to do the whole loop around the crater. There's some Indian paintbrush still blooming in late August. It's almost September. This is the highest point that we're on. Figured take a little pan of the view. Walked right along that ridge, like the rim. It's a tiny little trail. I think it's an unofficial trail. It's not that bad if you just watch where you're walking. But like I said, Kelly's been a big trooper about going over here because she doesn't like heights or drop off. If you look down there, there's a little, I'm not sure if you call that a pond. I call it a pond.
Or a water catch.
Yeah, a water catch. Boy, that breeze feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's an impressive tree right there.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's just like a huge telephone pole. It's much bigger around than a telephone pole. We're gonna go right along that little ridge. Huh, interesting. That would be a little bit tough to get down in there. You could, but it'd be tough to get down in there and to get back out. That's steep all around. It's like a bowl. That's why they call it a crater.
Yep.
That water doesn't look particularly clean either. Doesn't look very inviting. That might be one of those little ponds that's full of leeches in the mountains, you know? You know something about these massive columnar trees?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, do you see how narrow they are?
Yes.
And that's perfect for in the mountains because they're going to shed the snow more. If they had a big wide canopy, they're more likely to get damaged. That's amazing. I wonder how old those are. Those must be.
They've got to be hundreds of years old.
Yeah. There's a lake. There's another overlook and crater over here that we're going to take a look at. Getting close to the edge. Oh, I like the color of that water better.
That's pretty. But that's definitely a crater.
This must be the official one.
Oh, I think this is Curator, so there's two.
Oh, craters, so there's two of them. I love that color.
Yeah, pretty turquoise.
It reminds me of that little pond, that snow pond up in
Yes, yeah, it
The
does.
Warner Mountains.
Yes, I was just thinking of that.
Yes, snow melt. I know what everyone's probably wondering is if there's any fish in there. I'm not sure if there is any fish. They would be trout most likely. And I'm not going to go down there today, but I can't answer that for you. It might have trout in there. It might. Kelly, I've got a great idea for selfie. I think I should walk right out on the back of that point right there. What do you think? That's a good idea?
Well, you can go ahead and you can dive off of it if you want, but I'm going to stay back here.
Okay.
I'll film you. How's that? I'm not touching it.
Okay, I'm not going any farther. That's it. We're still discussing whether that crater has any fish in it. It might, most likely not, but it might. And you could get down to it. It would take a little time. A lot of times when water's like a color like that, it might be like too much of a certain mineral or something too, you know.
So.
And there's no outlet, so. But sure is pretty looking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, Kelly, is that it looks like there's been a lot of damage from the winter, even though this safety line is off. These posts aren't even attached. Those aren't even attached anymore. If you see right there, I am not going out there. I'm staying on the other side. And one thing about this crater, Kelly, is that, you know, we were wondering, it's probably not likely that there's fish in there, but did you know sometimes that what happens is birds, like water birds, they'll get fish eggs on their legs, and then they'll drop off accidentally in these little ponds and things.
Going to the
And
next
yeah, that's how
pond.
naturally that they get spread.
I always wondered that.
Yeah, but all it would take would be, you know, one sportsman to go down there and drop off some trout fingerlings, and there you go. So it may or may not have fish, but it's a curiosity to all us fishermen to know. So, but we can see that it's really nice to have this where it's roped off, but there's a lot of erosion. I don't know if that was my pond in a crater like that. I'd get some golden trout fingerlings and stock with some golden trout. It's high up enough for them. It's small enough.
Yeah.
That's where we were up there. And this is like similar to Walker Lake in that it has no outlet. It's just a mini version. Like the shade in the forest. A little picnic table. Yeah. Look at how enormous these are. They're massive. Look at these. You can see the growth rings on them. Oh, that's old. It's like land of the giants in here. All these big, massive, massive pine trees. Of course, most of the bigger ones are these ones that are dead. or cut down. Look at this, it's like a log jam of them. These are some of those old big logs we used to see where it'd have a logging truck and it'll have only 2 or 3 logs on the whole truck. Take a pretty big bar to cut that. Look at this massive mountain of wood. That's about, what, 13 feet tall, you think?
Oh, at least.
The only way you could skid these logs out, I think, is with a skid steer or actually a team of draft horses and just skid them right down this lane here. You might have to put like 3 Percherons or Belgians on there. They could pull these out, just like the old days.
Yeah, they have special tree cutters that come up and cut this kind of stuff. You have to be licensed to do this. A fireman that's got a special certificate, he can come up here and that's all he does is do that.
What is it, like a C license or something
Yeah,
like that?
I think it's called a C license.
There's some currants in here. They're all right. A little pithy. Actually coming into Mammoth right now. It's a turnoff. We're in the Mammoth city limits.